Hello Primary 2, how are you today? Today's lesson is going to talk about number pattern. Do you remember the pattern? Okay, let's see now. What do we mean by number pattern? Number pattern means we have the numbers put in a way and I want to know or I want to get the rule of putting the numbers like this. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to put the numbers like this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. I want to know these numbers moves how? Moving backward or moving forward? Okay? Moving how many steps backward and moving how many steps backward? Okay, so moving the numbers from step to step means what? Moving forward or moving backward. So I'm going to put the arrows like this. I'm going to move. Let's see, it was 15, then it become 10. So that means what? It's getting bigger. So the numbers are moving forward. How many steps from 5 to 10? From 5 to 10 is 5 steps. So we are going to move forward means plus. Move forward means plus. So I'm going to put the plus sign like this. Then count the steps. It's what? Plus 5 steps. So each time I'm going to move the number to 5 steps forward. So my rule here is going to be what? My rule is going to be plus 5. Moving 5 steps forward. Okay? Let's see another example. If I have 12, 9, 6, 3 and 0. I want to know the rule of putting the numbers like this. So I'm going to say what? I'm going to ask myself 12, 9, 6. Oh, the numbers are getting smaller. So that means we are going to move. Yes, we are going to move backward. Means we are going to use the sign of minus. So from 12 to 9. Yes, how many steps? 3 steps using the minus because we are going to move backward. So I'm going to subtract each time how many steps? Each time I'm gonna subtract 3 steps. Okay? By this I get my rule which going to be what? Yes, minus 3. Okay? Let's now write the pattern rule. I'm going to write my rule. I'm going to look for the numbers very carefully. See if they are getting bigger or getting smaller. But getting bigger means moving forward or the sign of plus. I'm going to add. Getting smaller means I'm going to move backward and use the sign of minus. Okay? And put the steps. At the first one here we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Getting bigger numbers. So how many steps? Let's count. Getting bigger numbers means plus. So from 2 to 4, how many steps? 2 steps. Then from 4 to 6, how many steps? Yes, 2 steps. So I'm going to move each time 2 steps forward. Okay? Then my rule is going to be what? Yes, my rule is going to be plus 2. Okay, let's go to the next exercise. Here we have 60, 50, 40 and 30. So the numbers are getting smaller. We are moving backward. So from 60 to 50, how many steps? Getting backward, getting smaller. That means I'm going to use minus. So from 60 to 50 is minus 10 steps. From 50 to 40 is minus 10 steps. From 40 to 30 also is going to be what? Minus 10 steps. So from here I got my rule which is minus 10. Okay? Okay. Let's complete another exercise. If I have 7 and I want you to follow the rule we have here. So I started from 7 and my rules say it's plus 4. So that means I'm going to move forward how many steps? 4 steps, or adding each time 4 steps. So 7, it's going to be 11. 11 plus 4 equals to 15. 15 plus 4 equals to 19. By this I used my rule which is plus 4. Now I have start with 62 and my rule says -2, means the numbers are going to be smaller. So I'm going to move backward 2 steps. 62, yes, 62 minus 2 equals to 60. 60 minus 2 equals to 58. 58 minus 2 equals to 56. Okay? Okay, so the plus means what here? Yes, the plus means I'm going to move forward. And the minus means what? The minus means I'm going to move backward. Okay? Now, let's move to another examples. If I have more than one rule for the pattern, can I have more than one rule? Yes, I can, but be careful from the steps. Okay, first, if I have 24, 28, 26, 30, 28, and 32, what's wrong here? The numbers are doing what? The numbers are moving in two ways. Sometimes it's getting bigger and some other times it's getting smaller. I started from 24. From 24 to 28, getting bigger. So that means what? Plus how many steps? Yes, plus 4 steps. From 28 to 26, the numbers are getting smaller. From 28 to 26 means minus 2 steps. So let's continue here or repeat the rule. Let's see. 26 to 30, plus 4. Okay, from 30 to be 28, that means what? Yes, moving backward, getting smaller, 2 steps, minus 2. And from 28 to 32, yes, repeating the rule again, plus 4, that means I'm going to add 4 steps. Okay, so from these steps, I'm going to get my rule, which is plus 4 and minus 2. So each time or each step I'm going to move, I'm going to use at the first step moving forward by 4 steps plus 4, then moving backward 2 steps using minus 2. Okay, let's see another exercise. Use the given rule to complete the number pattern. I started from 40 and my pattern is plus 5 and minus 1. My pattern is plus 5 and minus 1. I'm going to add first 5 steps. 40 plus 5 equals 45. Then use the next rule, it's minus 1. 45 minus 1 equals 44. Let's repeat the rule again. 44 plus 5 equals 49. 49 minus 1 equals 48. 48 plus 5 equals 53. 53 minus 1 equals 52. Okay? I think it's so easy. Let's move to another example. Complete the pattern and get out the rule. So now I'm going to get my rule. At the first one, I got my rule. I'm going to move the steps. At the second one, I'm going to put my rule. If I started at 9, then 12, then 11. So I'm going to see what? From 9 to 12, I'm going to add 3 steps. So 9 plus 3 equals to 12. Then use the next rule, which is minus 1. 12 minus 1 equals 11. Let's repeat the rule again. 11 plus 3 equals 14. Then 14 minus 1 equals to 13. 13 plus 3 equals to 60. Okay? Now at the next exercise we are going to put our rule. So 50 and 40 and 41. I have to put here 2 rules. Let's start from the 50. From 50 to 40, getting smaller, moving backwards. How many steps? Yes, minus 10. Super. Then I'm going to look for 40, then it becomes 41. Means moving forward. How many steps? 1 step. That means plus 1. So 40 plus 1 equals 41. Okay, so my rule here is going to be what? minus 10 and plus 1. Let's continue our pattern. 41, repeat my rule again. 41 minus 10 equals 31. 31 plus 1 equals 32. 32 minus 10 equals, yes, equals to 22.